I'm Portia Perez. I'm sure you recognize me as one half of the current Shimmer Tag Team Champions. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as one half of the only two-time Shimmer Tag Team Champions in history. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as the only female Anarchy Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion in history. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as the 2010 Anarchy Championship Wrestling Queen of Queens. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as a two-time Anarchy Championship Wrestling American Joshi Champion. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as having been victorious in professional wrestling in 13 countries around the globe. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me for my other works as a professional finger painter. If you don't recognize me for that, I'm sure you recognize me as Faith from Wrestlicious. If you don't recognize me for that, then you're probably not a wrestling fan, so you should probably just turn this video off, because I don't know why you would be watching it, really. But if you are a wrestling fan, I have got some good news for you, because there is a new women's wrestling company down in Florida, and they claim to exhibit both the best women's wrestling has to offer, as well as the rising stars in women's wrestling tomorrow. But you see, I've always been confused by that. I don't know who decided that the stars of today have to be like 35 years old and washed up and decrepit. Because I, Portia Perez, am 24 years old, yet have been wrestling for 8 years around the world, holding all sorts of championships. So you see, I am both the best female wrestler currently, as well as a rising star for tomorrow. The gap, if you will, between first and second is just going to keep getting bigger. So I've got good news for you, Shine Wrestling fans, because on August 17th in Ybor City, Florida. It's Ybor? Ybor City? Are you sure there's a Y at Ybor? No, I'm not starting it over. In Ybor City, Florida, August 17th, I, Portia Perez, am going to be coming to Shine Wrestling. So you should go to shinewrestling.com to make sure you don't miss it.